Now, to start, we have blue pill, fear consciousness, the being in the head. It is a part of our psychology that has one sole motive: stay alive. Stay alive. And we are very, very unique as a species compared to other animals in this planet, because we don't just have the human aspect, the animal aspect, the fear consciousness. We also have the being in human being. The being, or as I call it, the heart, is the red pill. We have that being. We're human beings and we have both. You don't see rhinoceros beings and crocodile beings and dog beings. You just have dogs, crocodiles, rhinoceros. We have this being aspect. In other words, we have the capacity to experience this second lens of reality, and that is the red pill. So if you think about the Matrix movie, Neo is being offered the chance to see beyond what he's ever seen before. And that's the drama of the movie. What's he going to choose? Is he going to go back and just forget everything? Or is Neo going to choose the red pill and have a different view of reality exposed to him? He's got to choose. And if he chooses the red pill, he's going to have to leave behind everything else. And there is a nuance to the reality of that drama in your real life. So once you see, you're not going to unsee. Yeah. Once you've seen, you're not going to, I'll say that more accurately. Once you see, you're going to have permanently evolved to a point where you've had the wake up call, and then you will unsee again, but you'll continue to see more and more and more. And that's why it's a choice that's given. And that's why I'm giving you the choice as well. This episode is, hey, take the red pill. So if you listen to the episode, you're taking the red pill. If you leave now, seriously, if you leave now, then you're taking the blue pill, which is completely fine. But you're not going to get the medicine that red pill contains. But anyway, enough hype in this. We have blue pill, fear consciousness, being in the head. We have red pill, which is fulfillment consciousness, and that's being in the heart. That's the red pill. And there is a distinct difference between the two in the way in which someone approaches life once they've digested the medicine of the red pill versus if they're already just living in blue pill consciousness. When someone digests the red pill, they receive medicine which shifts their priority in life. Really listen to this point. The prioritization of living in the heart is fulfillment. Fulfillment. That's the top priority for someone that lives in the consciousness, the lens, the state of consciousness of the red pill, of the heart. They choose, I'm living my life for fulfillment, not for survival. For fulfillment, not based on fear consciousness. We're choosing fulfillment. Now, what does fulfillment mean? A lot of people think fulfillment means everything's easy breezy. Everybody, like the association to the word fulfillment is, oh my gosh, I'm so fulfilled. It's so light. It's so lovey-dovey. It's so peaceful. It's just the fun stuff. That's not necessarily what fulfillment means. Fulfillment means that you are choosing to live your life in a way that's going to give you the most presence. That's essentially what it means. I'll give you a few synonyms or a few qualities of what it means to live with fulfillment. Presence, alignment, and in other words, being whole, wholesome, and holy. Whole, wholesome, and holy. Whole, you're coming from a place of fullness. Not inadequacy, fear, I'm not enough, I'm going to die, my life's in jeopardy in this activation. But no, I'm full. Like Joe Dispenza says, he says the animal versus being supernormal. Yeah. When you're being the animal, that's not a place to change. That's not a place to evolve. That's not a place to create miracles. When you're in your supernatural state, you're already full. Survival mechanism is not in gear. You're not in the animal where it's fight, flight. I got to eat, kill things, or I'm going to be killed. That consciousness is regulated. You're not in survival brain. You're not in your amygdala. Your prefrontal cortex is open when you're in the heart, when you're taking the red pill, and you have the awareness, because you're not think about being in an argument with a partner and you've lost track of time. You don't even know what you're arguing about anymore. Where were you for that 20 minutes? You're in fear consciousness. You didn't have any free will. It was just defensiveness. You were being emoted. You were being propelled by fear consciousness, by your amygdala. And you weren't choosing how you want to show up. You weren't living in alignment with your values. You weren't present. Definitely weren't present. You weren't fulfilled, aligned. You were out of alignment in that moment. You were choosing to live in a version of you that you don't even want to live in because you're in the blue pill. You're in fear consciousness. You're defensive. And all presence goes when we go into that mode. And most people live their entire life in the blue pill, right? And so what happens is when we are choosing fulfillment, our prioritization of fulfillment, when we're in that lens, we are prioritizing the quality of our engagement to life, the experience of our life. And the key differential between someone that is choosing fulfillment, being whole, wholesome, and holy, the key difference between someone that's choosing fulfillment in life is that they have been willing to put their attachments to the side in order to gift themselves the most aligned, fulfilling experience of life. The person who is choosing to take the red pill is putting the blue pill in the toilet, putting their attachments away. No thanks. No longer am I going to desperately fear-based pursue. I've got to have status. I've got to go more. I've got to prove myself to mommy and daddy. I've got to look this certain way. I've got to dress this certain way. My boyfriend doesn't love me. My girlfriend doesn't. Not being powered and fueled by fear, all those attachments get put to the side. And instead, you are whole enough that you give yourself permission to prioritize a fulfilling experience as the number one priority. And that fulfilling experience will naturally look wholesome and holy. Wholesome, if you're feeling whole, you naturally prioritize living wholesomely. If you're feeling whole, you naturally want to be kind to people. You naturally want to eat healthy. You naturally want to have beautiful, meaningful experiences in life. That's just natural. That's a natural repercussion of feeling connected to wholeness, to your heart. It's natural. And being holy, which I would say a synonym is sacred. Sacred means intentional and special. That's what sacred is in my books. So if you're being holy, you're being intentional and you're prioritizing what's special. And that can only be done with awareness. Someone can only see clearly when they're in their heart.